Let's talk
fears.
Everyone has fears, and so should your characters. Understanding their fears can make your character more interesting and relatable. So let's get started with a question. What are fears? Fears are the things that scare your character to the core. They can come from things that happened in the past or worries about the future. Fears can be rational or irrational. Rational fears are things that make sense. They're based on real dangers. Fear of heights, for example, perhaps because your character fell out of a tree when they were young. Irrational fears are things that seem silly or exaggerated, but are very real to your character. Fear of clowns, or the fear that a pigeon is plotting against them. Your character might be afraid of things in the world around them, or things that they can't even see, feel, or touch. And fears tell us a lot about characters, or can sometimes even add comical relief.
Check! I'm looking down! Ah!
Especially irrational fears, something truly silly or exaggerated. Some common fears include arachnophobia, fear of spiders, acrophobia,
fear of heights,
nyctophobia. Your character might be afraid of dogs, cynophobia, or fear of public speaking,
glossophobia.
But perhaps you want to give your character a more funny or interesting fear. Perhaps your character is afraid of peanut butter sticking to the roof of their mouth.
arachibutyrophobia.
Perhaps your character has nomophobia, fear of being without their mobile phone. Xanthophobia, fear of the colour yellow. Maybe your character has the fear of laughter. Geliophobia. Have you noticed the characters' fears in your favourite stories? Ronald Weasley's fear of spiders, or Bruce Wayne's fear of bats, that he then overcomes, turning it into a symbol for Batman. Think about what possible backstories might influence your character's fears. Let's dive into some questions to help you understand what truly makes your characters afraid. What do they absolutely not want? Could be a thing, a situation, an object. What do they try and avoid? Think about the thing that might scare your character. You might want to draw or doodle this. And lastly, why might this character have this fear? Think about your character's past. Did something happen to them that caused this fear? Or is it more of an irrational fear? Here's an activity to help you not only develop your character's fears, but get you to think about how your character reacts in a situation where their fear is realised. Step 1. Give your character a fear. Then, write a scene that shows your character in that moment of fear. Remember, a scene is a small moment in time, something really small from their day. Scenes includes the setting, and it also includes dialogue and inner thinking and actions. Characters acting and reacting to other characters and objects around them in the situation. It also includes actions that show your character's emotions. Focus on your character's actions, dialogue, and inner thinking in this situation, in this scene. And show the reader what they are afraid of. Don't just tell your reader what they're afraid of. Then, take it one step further. Once you've created your scene, give it to someone and have them guess what your character is afraid of without telling them. Ask them questions. How do they know that your character is afraid? What have they learned about this character in this situation? The key here is to test drive your character to learn how this fear might shape your character even further. Okay, that's it for fears. I can't wait to see what you might come up with. Happy writing, and see you next time.